How's it going, guys? My name is Ted, and I'm here with Brian.
What's up, everybody?
And today we're going to talk about some Assault Strike package kill streaks in Call of Duty Ghost. And I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, this is something that I was really disappointed in Call of Duty Ghosts from, because these things look lame as shit. Do you agree, Brian?
Yeah, these assault streaks, they look like... Honestly, I was more excited for Call of Duty 4 assault streaks than this game.
Yeah, I'll take a helicopter over some of the, from Call of Duty 4 over some of these high-level kill streaks. But we're going to get to it anyways. Today we're going to go over the first half of the kill streaks in the Assault Strike package. Tomorrow we're going to do the second half, and then we're going to move on to Support Strike package kill streaks after that. So, do you want to go ahead and kick off the first one for us, Brian?
Yeah, sure, I'll take the hard one. Alright, so SATCOMs, it's a 3 kill streak, and basically what it is the UAV from any other Call of Duty. I'll read the description here for you guys. So, replaces the UAV as a stationary ground-based version. The SATCOMs can be stacked. The more SATCOMs your team has on the ground, the better they work. So
this is important to distinct because the more that you have at the same time, the more effective they are. Kind of like in was it Modern Warfare? No, Black Ops 2. Was it Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3 where if you had like 3 UAVs at once, it became an advanced? Yeah, Modern Warfare 3, that's right. So with this one, if you have one on the ground, it shows enemies on the radar that you and your teammates see or encounter. So if they're within your field of vision, they're going to show up on the minimap. And that's only if you have one down. Now if you have 2 down, the SATCOM acts as a normal UAV and sweeps the map every few seconds. I like this because you don't get that UAV spam that you had in earlier Call of Duties because it was only 3 kills, pretty easy to get. It's nice that if you have 2 down, then you get the normal UAV sweep. And at your 3rd one down, it increases the frequency of the radar sweeps. So in previous Call of Duties, if you had more than one UAV up, they would just sweep faster. This is kind of where we're getting at with the 3rd one down. And then if your team is just killing it, like you got 4 of these things down on the ground at once, then you get an advanced UAV from Modern Warfare 3 and shows the enemy arrows, so it shows the directions of which they're facing. And this is super powerful. This is almost like a Blackbird from Call of Duty Black Ops, and it was a similar kill streak in Black Ops 2. So what do you think about this one, Brian? What are your thoughts on the SATCOM?
So it's really interesting they flipped it around because ever since Call of Duty 4, the UAV's always been in the sky, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting that they put it on the ground, acting originally like a motion sensor, but basically like the size of an IMS, like from Warfare 3. So it's definitely an interesting concept. I think it'll reduce the amount of people running secondary launchers to shoot down aircraft because a lot of them use it to shoot down UAVs, so maybe your higher up kill streaks will do better.
True, and it's interesting too because these will be a lot easier to destroy now. I mean, how many times do you see an IMS on the ground? I mean, you can't hardly miss it. You can't exactly hide this thing very well, so if the enemy team sees it, they're going to go away really fast. That's why I think to get those advanced UAVs or the increased frequency of radar sweeps, it's going to take a whole team running these things in conjunction to get to the point where it's really, really valuable.
Definitely, yeah.
Which I think only makes sense for a 3 kill streak. But enough with SATCOMs. Let's move on. Go for it. What's the 4th one? Or what's the 2nd one?
Second one. Alright, so the IMS, like we said in Modern Warfare 3, it's a 4 kill streak. So the IMS, it basically shoots anti-personal grenades in the air when an enemy gets near it. So it's triggered like a claymore. If you step into the same room as it, it's gonna. Yeah, you are so fucked. If you play Modern Warfare 3, you're dead.
You ain't getting away from this thing. Yeah, you are gone, man. I mean, there's a rare few situations where you can actually get away from these things. So it is a very beneficial kill streak, I think.
Yeah, it's called ballistic vest and full health. But
yeah, exactly. Like, unless you got like blast shield, ballistic vest, you're half god. I mean, you are not going to get past this thing.
No,
it is very effective.
Definitely.
All right, so the next kill streak up is the guard dog, and I find this one's going to be incredibly aggravating. The guard dog is essentially a dog that at 5 kills you can call in, and this dog can kill up to 5 enemy players, so it can essentially double the amount of kills it took to require it. And it follows you, and it also growls when enemies are nearby. So not only does it help you in any situation to kill the enemy player, but also it lets you know when there's enemies near you. So this sounds very powerful, and it seems like if I'm going to go against one, it's going to be really, really aggravating. What are your thoughts, Brian?
Well, yeah, definitely, and it could totally, when you're shooting an enemy player and he has a guard dog, you know, you're not gonna know what to shoot at. There's sometimes those moments where you see two players and you don't know which one to shoot at, and then you end up shooting neither of them and you die. I feel like that's going to be the same situation with this. You don't know whether to shoot the dog or the guy, and it's just
Yeah. And I really feel like if I'm going up against a dog and a dude, no way am I going to survive that. If I go head on against someone and they've got a guard dog, I'm dead in both situations. Either I take the dog or I take the dude with me, but I'm going to die because it's 2 against 1, and it's just difficult to get around that.
Yeah, I honestly, personally feel like I would have a better chance going against 2 players than a guard dog and a player.
Yeah, because the dog's small and fast. You know?
Right.
It's hard to shoot.
Yeah, the hitbox is going to be really small. And one other thing, what you were saying in the description, which is the dog growls when enemy players are nearby. I'm not so worried about that because I feel like the people that run 5 kill streaks have somewhat of a hard time getting them. I don't feel like people like us that are pretty good at public matches are going to be running this kill streak too often, so I don't feel like I'll be seeing it very often, but I don't think...
I think in the first few days we're probably going to see a lot of these because it's something new, something different, and something easy to get.
Definitely, yeah, and after about a month, I'm sure it'll die down. I just think a lot of the players at the middle lifespan or end lifespan of this game are going to be running this kill streak and not really have the awareness to listen to the dog and know that somebody's near them.
True. So that's the guard dog. I don't want to beat that bush too much. Let's move on to the next one, which is pretty easy, and that's a sentry gun. And dudes, this is exactly like every other sentry gun we've seen before. It scans the ground for enemies and attacks them on sight. It's kind of slow to engage, and it's got to spin up a little bit, but it's just like every other sentry gun, and this is going to be 6 kills. So I don't see this ever being a problem. It's never been a problem in the past. I don't see it being a problem in this game. They're just too slow and too easily destroyed to have any real merit in the game. So I'm not really too worried about that one. But you can take the next one, which is also 6 kills, and I think this one's going to be more popular.
All right, so definitely. It's called the Battle Hind. Basically, what the description is, calls in a battle hind that circles the map and automatically engages enemies. So this sounds exactly like an attack helicopter, like a 7-kill streak in COD 4 or Black Ops 1. Pretty similar. It sounds a little bit like escort drone or what's the 9-kill streak from Modern Warfare 3? That personal helicopter. I don't know.
It wasn't a Pavlo. It was a
AH-6 Overwatch.
Hey, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm having trouble here remembering the old kill streaks. But the fact that it says it circles the map and automatically engages enemies really throws back to COD 4. Because never since then, maybe in Modern Warfare 2 it had the same way, but in Black Ops and in Black Ops 2 and in Modern Warfare 3, it always had a set path. It always either you called in a location for it or it followed your character, something like that. But the fact that it circles the map entirely and engages enemies, that's nice because you don't have to put it in a specific spot. You can just call it and it'll roam around the map doing its own little thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, so that seems very similar to Call of Duty 4 to me. Moving on to the next kill streak, which is called Vulture. And this deploys a low-flying drone that attacks enemies automatically. And I think this one's going to be nice. 7 kills. I don't know how powerful it'll be. I've seen a little bit of gameplay from it, but they always beef up the gameplay to make it look super powerful in the gameplay trailers. It looks like like the Dragonfire from Black Ops 2, only an automatic one, something you don't have to control.
Yeah, which seems interesting. It seems like this is kind of replacing, like, say, a escort drone. Like, the Battle Hind is the attack helicopter, and this is like an escort drone or AH-6, because you could run both of these without having to control them and run around and still get your kills on foot. So,
and it looks like it's going to be small, which is going to make it more difficult to kill. Kind of like the recon drone from Modern Warfare 3.
God.
I hated that little bitch from Burning Hell, and I'm glad it's not back. But it might be back in a different form in one of the other kill streaks. But I'm glad to see that this one's smaller and a little bit difficult to kill, and that it costs 7 kills. You know, that's not too easy to get for the average player. So I'm not going to be too worried about these kill streaks being too difficult to take out or to acquire.
Definitely. So I'll be moving on to the next one, which is the Gryphon, and that's Griffin. What the? Shut up.
You corrected me earlier on that one, and now you're the one.
I know. Well, anyways.
That's funny.
So it's an 8-kill streak, and it's player controllable kill streak. Fires explosives and is able to see enemies through walls. That's kind of interesting, actually.
It's very interesting. And this looks just like the one we talked about before, the Vulture, but it looks like it's interesting because you can see the players through the walls. We've seen that in chopper gunners and things like that before, but never with only an 8 kill streak and something that actually flies low to the ground. So this one's going to be an interesting take on a low kill objective, or on low kill streak that you can actually control. I'm interested to see how powerful it is.
Well, I actually saw gameplay of it, and it shoots out grenade launchers or grenades. So,
but I feel like those are gonna have to recharge though.
Yeah,
it looks similar to me to this. This is very similar to the Dragonfire. In fact, it might be the exact same thing with the quad rotor form factor and shooting and grenades. Looks very similar to the Dragonfire.
Yeah, let's just hope Danger Close doesn't work on kill streaks like it did in Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, because Danger Close was the one that increased the kill streak explosive damage too, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was kick ass. Dude, an AC 130 with the with Danger Close Pro, you could blow up the entire map of Wastelands with one grenade of that.
I know, it was ridiculous.
Yep. So that's it, guys. We're going to cover the other, I believe it's 7 more in the assault package. We're going to cover those in the next video, and then we're going to move on to the support ones, which are actually pretty interesting. So the higher up kill streaks come next. There's some ones we've never seen before. There's some really neat kill streaks that are upcoming, so stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for joining, Brian. You're awesome as always.
Yep, definitely.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Later.